Hi guys, and welcome back to another Schmoedown reaction. Today, the singles tournament starts. I am, as usual, your host, Kees Cornelissen, joined once again by Chris Doman, and we have a match and a half, I would say. Marc Andreyko versus Drew McWeeny in the first round of the singles tournament. Two of the best to have played the game, maybe.
Wait,
What are your
well, I mean, this is the perfect finals for this tournament. Wait a minute. Did you say first round?
Yes, this is the first round.
How? That's cruel. I mean, in I feel like in any other year, this could have been the finals match.
Look, this could be a title match at any given point, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it's the first round of this tournament. Winner of this will play the winner of Clark Wolf or Ben Bateman. And that's the semifinal.
And that will be a great match any which way you want to look at it, but my God, this whole entire bracket is stacked, and I love it.
Oh, yes.
So, here's the thing: if this is a classic "Who You Got" thing,
Well, who you got? What do you have in your bracket?
in my bracket, I went with my gut versus my head because my head is telling me this should be Drew's. But when Andreyko is on fire,
You got a title match.
exactly like he got to that title match for a reason. So I do have Andreyko, but if this is where my bracket busts, I'm not even mad because both of these guys. Well, okay, McWeeny a little bit more so just because he lost his chance earlier in the year to go for the belt. So
True.
I think this could be his time to shine. Even though, yes, like I said, I do have Andreyko winning the match. You?
Well, we'll see about that. I actually agree. I also have Andreyko in my bracket, but as you said, this can be the moment where the bracket busts, and I wouldn't even be mad because I just know that these two gentlemen are going to put up a hell of a show today.
Yes.
Lots of points to be scored. Close match, I assume. It's a long video for a singles match, so that might be some sudden death towards the end. Can we survive that?
I don't know, man. We got a lot of sudden death in the Anarchy tournament. I'm a little sudden deathed out from this year.
McWeeny definitely has some experience with doing a sudden death round
Yes, he
in a
does.
singles tournament. Remember? Anyway, enough speculation from us. We should start this match. So we're going to press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
I want your movie release date slice. I want this face on your slice.
You want your face on movie release dates? See, what happens is you have to earn that.
Hey, coward, you got a real hero.
That face does not belong on movie release.
He's gonna keep it. He's gonna keep it.
Oh, I love it.
The slice, it's gonna be mine soon.
Movie release dates!
What do you got, Sam?
Movie release date.
Wow!
Movie release dates!
If I ever get to see...
I think I'm losing my hair. I can't believe this friggin' job has just destroyed everything I held dear.
You're a real mess, kid.
Ah!
Oh, God.
How did you...
How do what?
I locked the door.
Come on now. It's been a year. You're not used to this by now? But what a year it's been. It's been, I would say, spectacular, wouldn't you? And it all capped off recently with your big Darth Vader moment. I love that you're like, no, against me. And guess what? It's all coming down to this, my friend. You remember this, don't you? Remember this? So I got it right here. It's right here. This is your way out, my friend. This is your golden ticket. So if I give this to you, you're gonna be like, touch that again, I'm gonna break your hand. You touch this again, But I want to give it to you, though. I want to give it to you, because then you take it and you be like, I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket. All you got to do for this, you're way out. I'll be out of your hair for good. No more none of this. No more. All you got to do, are you listening? You challenge Harloff.
No.
Oh boy.
No. I don't like that. No, that's a wussy. No, I want to, no. If you're going to say no, say it like that, like a man, like you had some balls before. Here, you're going to say yes. You're going to say yes with the biggest smile on your face, because I will be out of your hair. All you got to do is challenge Harloff. It's as simple as that. Just say yes. Go yes. Because if you don't, guess what? The computer with this on, I'm going to go share, 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 retweet, retweet, retweet. It'll be everywhere. The kids then, everyone will have this. All the fans will have this. They'll have the receipts, as they call it. Those kids say, I got the receipts on you. But then, I can give this to you. You can do whatever you want.
We say that?
Just challenge Harloff. Say yes. Because you know what? I want to see more of this. You had your little fun with your no moment. Now I'm going to have my fun. Just like always. Go get him. Go get him. Go challenge him. Come on. Come on, Chip. There you go. Kick. Look at $1 million now. Look at the smile on your face. I love it. Remember?
Yes.
I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket.
You know, Mike, would it kill you to actually try to sing the lyric as it's written? I think it would.
Yeah.
Chance Ellison, Ethan Irwin, Dan Merle, Stacy Howard, Andreyko McWeeny, Ben the Boss Bateman, Clark Wolf.
That beard on
Singles tournament
McWeeny.
begins.
Oh.
The winner of that entire tournament faces John
It's
the
a
Outlaw Roca
Godfather-like.
at the Spectacular.
It's like Godfather meets
A battle
meets the
word.
Mandarin.
Hi, I'm Travis Slashery.
Curious. I have never gone up against Roca, and I think that would be a lot of fun. I think Roca is somebody that you kind of have to go up against if you're going to be in the league.
Absolutely.
It's sort of
If
a
you're gonna
rite of
be
passage.
champion.
I want,
Yeah.
I want red meat. I want a good fight. Make it happen. All right? You're the commissioner.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Yeah, just sure. Do it.
You're missing.
You are going
Should
to
you
play
choose to accept it?
the winner of Lon and Ethan, and then after that match, you will get Roca or Snyder.
And your winner, Ethan!
But no, it's awesome, and I can't wait. I feel like now that I've really started to make a name for myself, I've just got to keep moving up the ladder. I feel like the next step is the Godfather himself.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Ethan!
Now, you guys also have an Iron Man match coming up against the Patriots.
It is really a head-to-head knowledge match. It's not about the game anymore. It really comes down to we're just going to trade blows back and forth.
And your winner!
I love that moment.
If I've done everything I wanted to do in the Schmoedown, there's only one logical
sad
step
music.
left, and that is to walk away.
Walk away with and give up both championships.
Give up both belts.
Because what's going to happen here is that Bibiani will play the winner of Andreyko and Irwin, and that will be our new champion. And your winner! Marc Andreyko is 3-0 since joining the Fife Club. He took out Ben Bateman. He beat both Stacy Howard and Janine the Machine, and then he beat Ethan Irwin to earn his spot here today for the championship. And
One actor off.
William the Beast Bibiani!
Excited much?
Yeah. Very.
I figured. Awesome graphic.
Welcome back to the movie trivia Schmoedown. And the singles tournament officially begins. We're done with the gauntlet. Ben Bateman has gotten that 8th spot. And now the tournament of the 8 elite begin. Mark, how are you?
Oh, Christian, I am doing great because it is playoff season. I love nothing more than the playoffs. And as a Redskins fan, I don't get to enjoy them that much. But here in the movie trivia Schmoedown, we really have a good matchup to kick off this entire format.
Oh, this is in a lot of different tournaments. This is a semifinal. Shoot, it's a final. It is between two of the elite players of the league. They got matched up. That's just the way this tournament ran this year. You have on one side of the bracket, and something you just don't hear often, the underdog is the former movie trivia Schmoedown team champion of the world, the Godfather Drew McWeeny, who is 4-3. He has an okay singles record this year. He beat the former champion William the Beast Bibbiani, but lost to rookie sensation Ethan Irwin. He's going up against a longtime friend, but someone who's having a tremendous year in singles and in general this year, and that's the android Marc Andreyko. Marc Andreyko this year is 3-1. He won a triple threat match against Janine the Machine and Stacey Howard. He beat Ben Bateman, who's on a roll right now, and he beat the man who beat McWeeny in Ethan Irwin. His one loss this year comes, of course, to his rival, the man he can't beat, the William the Beast Bibbiani, but that's it this year for the android.
Yeah, we like seeing friends when they compete. It's a shame that a friendship of 2 decades perhaps is going to end here today, but that's the way it goes. No, they are not going to like each other anymore. Yeah. They will no longer be exchanging holiday gift cards because it means just that much. The winner of this advances. The loser is out of the tournament. Drew McWeeny, Marc Andreyko. You're right. It's odd to see Drew McWeeny going to be sitting on that side of the ledger, but when you go up against the android, that's what you get.
Both are coming off of good performances in the team tournament. Drew McWeeny was partnered up with Breanne Chandler. They made it into the second round. Andreyko went into the semifinals with his partner, Jeff the Insider Snyder, and had a nice run there too. So they're both accustomed to winning. This is the last performance of the season for one of these guys. The winner will go on.
Get out of here.
Yep,
You're done.
The winner will go on to face the winner of the match between Ben Bateman and Marc Andreyko's stablemate of the Fife Club, Clark Wolf. But these two, they're going to say some words about each other, and we're going to hear them. Here we go.
Oh, this is definitely by far the most challenging match I think I've had as a player. Drew and I have been friends for almost 20 years, and his knowledge, I always say Drew is like me if I was smarter. He knows a lot about so much stuff, and if the categories are right, he can smoke me.
Have I accomplished everything? I haven't even begun, really. I mean, I had the championship belt with Sam for a very brief moment, but that's certainly not enough. I feel like in the singles, I have been so hit and miss that this tournament, I've really got to bear down and I got to really focus. And dude, it's a scary first match. If I plan to get any further, you couldn't have put a bigger obstacle in my way.
This has been a pretty good year. I was far more active in the competition than I thought I was going to be at the outset. And I've had a pretty good record. I think even though I haven't actually won a belt, I think I'm probably I'm a pretty consistent performer. That could also change on a dime. I'm overdue for a match where I'm 2 points to 35.
I've known Andreyko long enough, just personally, away from the movie trivia Schmoedown for decades now. And he and I come from very similar places, and we have very similar bases of knowledge. And so I think on any given day, that wheel spin or that pull of a question is I'll be haunted by that free-for-all moment forever.
Oh, if I win this whole tournament and I get to play Roca, that's almost as delicious as playing Bibbiani again. There would be a lot of fun playing Roca, and as the last couple matches I've played, I think I've really gotten into the technique of the game and the psychology of the game. And Roca, like Bibbs, only takes, what did the Joker say? It just takes a little nudge to let gravity take. So if I can get to play him, I think I have a good chance because I can get in his head.
So here's the thing, Mark. You and I are friends. We'll be friends after this. But I've got to go over you. And so I am, because I want to face John Roca. It's one of those matches that I've been waiting for since I joined the league. And now that he's champion, I just have more reason to want it. So I'm sorry, Mark. This is as far as you go.
Drew, you're a good friend and a noble competitor. I just hope I don't lose by too many points. Good luck.
Oh, you won't. You shall not.
Hopefully not with that attitude.
You know, Christian, I wouldn't even classify that
Might
as
be
trash
mind
talk.
games
That was more
going
like
on.
recyclables. It was
Oh,
nice.
no,
It was very
I'm not
complimentary,
like
but they're both focused on going to the next round. They
Like Sam
ultimately want to
Levine,
face
that's how he
John
won the
Roca.
belt.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this winner gets. Whoever wins this whole entire tournament gets to face the champion, John Roca.
What a pleasure.
They get to face him at the Schmoedown Spectacular in the main event. And as we already announced, the season premiere of Season 6 is going to be in New York.
What?
So not only the runner,
I gotta book a ticket.
whoever the champion is at that time in New York will be defending the title.
Mark,
so one of these guys
you're
could be
there.
defending in New York. And the other thing is there's going to be a #1 contender match at the Schmoedown Spectacular. And whoever wins that will be facing whoever the champion is at New York. So there's a lot at stake inside of this tournament. If you can score enough points, you can be in the #1 contender match. If you can become at least one of the finalists, the #1 contender match. But
How
it is
about
all about trying
triple
to get
threat
to John
#1
Roca
contender
at the
match?
Spectacular.
2 questions. You're a New Yorker. I'm flying into Newark. Close enough?
I'll see if
Okay.
Ken's available.
Sounds
night.
good. My other question is, what is the tail of the tape for these two gentlemen?
Tail
These
of the
folks
tape,
have a budget.
You've got The Godfather, Drew McWeeny, 80s
Remember
movies,
Mike
70s
versus
movies,
JTE
and
versus
just
Rachel?
staring at you and making you scared.
Leaving guns, taking cannolis.
And then
Yes, you were.
Mr. Mark, the Android
Multiplies, I
Andreyko,
love
whose
you guys.
strengths are comic book movies,
I do too.
musicals, and making sure you balance the questions.
Oh, I think that's the strength of every competitor this season.
That's right.
Thank you for the help.
And somewhere I know he's smiling.
We appreciate
All right.
your tips.
So with that, we are ready to get going.
Oh, yeah, just speak for me. Fine. We're both ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia
Schmoedown.
Introducing first, with a record of 4 wins, 3 defeats, he is the
I like it.
former movie trivia Schmoedown team champion of the world,
Going for part 2.
The Godfather, Drew McWeeny. There's Drew.
Here comes Drew McWeeny.
Confident.
Nice acknowledgement of the announcers up here at the desk, waving to the crowd that applauded him lustily. I think it's a pretty good intro for an underdog.
He's a big fan favorite. Well, the thing is, underdog by record.
He's an underdog. Nobody thinks he can win today.
All right.
This is true. We both have a Drake on this one. Yes.
By his manager, Emma, the Golden Mike Fife, and the team champion, Rachel the Crusher Cushing, with a record of 5 wins, 3 defeats. Here's Mark, the Android Andreyko. There's Emma Fife. Andreyko, the madman
Rachel
himself.
Cushing opening the
handshake.
What a nice handshake.
Yeah.
I'm just applauding sportsmanship. Andreyko with his who, me? What, me worry? Michael
Emma,
Jordan
I'm gonna give you
hitting
some
5
points
threes
for
in
that
the first half
Nightwing
of the
shirt.
finals game.
I like
Look
it.
right to the camera.
I'm just excited to see the Fife Club back together. We haven't seen them together since before Anarchy happens. They're standing, and we are ready to get going. What is round number 1 here, Mark?
Round number 1 is going to be 8 questions, and they are asked to the field. That means once a competitor hears a question, you can go ahead and use the marker to start writing your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard. I'll remind you all that it is 8 different categories of movie trivia knowledge that we will be quizzing you on. Should one of you score a perfect round 1, we will be asking a bonus follow-up that is just to you.
I will definitely
but
not.
I guess with the
You
gentlemen
probably
up here
will.
at the desk, both of them have a pretty good chance at getting perfect round number 1s. Each question
I think
is worth
you
1
overestimate
point. There's no
my
penalty for
chances.
missing a question, and there is no stealing in round 1. I'll remind each gentleman of your 3 usages throughout the 3 rounds of the match of the JTE rule. If you're not sure you heard a question correctly, you need to repeat it, or you just want to buy yourself some time to think of the correct answer, use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to lose. I'm a little nervous because Drew McWeeny has a Coca-Cola up there on the desk, but it looks very warm, and that is gross.
Well, maybe it fuels him to be even more scary than he is.
What?
it, actually.
It's poison anyway, but at least let's get some ice cold poison.
Marc Andreyko just went heel. All right, here we go. So we are ready to get going.
heel
Marc
Scoop.
Andreyko, are you ready?
Scoop.
Sure.
Take it away.
McWeeny, are you ready?
I am now.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Lusty crowd here today, Christian. They're excited for the kickoff of the playoffs.
Question 1 in action adventure, gentlemen. Johnny Depp appears as a CIA agent trying to kill a drug lord in which installment of Robert Rodriguez's Mexico trilogy?
Have you ever been to Mexico?
No, I have not.
I got a Rosarito, I got a Tijuana, and I got a Cancun, where I drank
I don't know any
went to
movies
TGI
in
for
this.
4.
Is that bad?
Get the culture.
Kind of.
Unfortunately.
I get you. 1. Pens down. Mark.
Once upon a time in Mexico.
Yes, sir. McWeeny.
That would be Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Tie game.
All right.
I've been studying for fandom, not this type of shit.
To your next category is the world of comedies. Haha. Your question is, Jim Carrey
Sean Maroney.
plays a character by the name of Fletcher Reed in what 90s classic comedy? So I would like to go to Cabo San Lucas in Mexico because that's where Sammy Hagar celebrates
I'll
his
be
birthday.
honest with
I'd
you,
like to
Case. I'll be
watch
sad if you
Lucas.
don't get this one.
5, 4,
Pivotal
3.
Schmoedown question is the turn.
Yeah. 2, 1. Drew McWeeny.
I believe it's
Liar.
Liar, liar.
You be
I
correct.
have Liar Liar.
Tie game.
I have never seen it.
Dramas. Dramas. Who played med student Skylar in Good Will Hunting?
You ever see that Good Will Hunting?
Very many
Oh
so's.
shit,
Very many
what is
so's.
her name?
Very many so's.
Very many so's.
Ah,
You're working on your response
5.
timing, and it's
Working on my spoons.
you're really
4,
pushing it.
3, 2,
Collateral.
Jeez.
He is with Mickey
Hands
Ryder.
down, please.
oh,
Mark
mini,
Andreyko.
mini driver.
Mini
Yes,
driver.
sir.
That would be
And
Mini Driver.
tie game. Here we go.
All right.
Voices Jane and Tarzan.
Feeling each
She
other out.
does.
Your next question comes
And
from
she
the world
plays
of
a character
animated
named Irina
movies, either
in
drawn by hand or
GoldenEye.
more likely on a computer. Your question is, who directed the 2004 film The Polar Express?
Okay, now we're going.
Have never seen this one, although I hear the kids love it.
That's not true. They like the book. 5, 4. All kids.
Kids
3.
read?
Yeah. 2.
I thought they just watch YouTube videos.
1. Drew McWeeny.
With
Robert
the assist of
Zemeckis.
Dark Sorcery, that would be Robert Zemeckis.
Yes, sir. And Mark Andreyko.
Robert Zemeckis.
We are tied, ladies and gentlemen.
All right,
4-4.
perfect rounds through half.
And these two titans keep on going. Here we go. Fantasy sci-fi. Which 2000 sci-fi film stars Cillian Murphy, Chris Evans, Rose Byrne, and Michelle Yeoh?
It's the 2000s.
Oh,
So any day.
Oh.
Yeah, but you led right into the
I
sci-fi.
like this movie.
You were like, what's
I don't love it,
2000
but I like
sci-fi?
it.
They got it. 5, 4, 3, 2,
No.
1. Mark Andreyko.
Sunshine.
Sunshine?
Yes, and McWeeny.
Oh.
Sunshine.
5,
Wow.
5.
Okay.
I
I
like
thought
it.
that might be the toughie in round number 1, so we could be looking at 2 perfect
They covered
rounds. Your
it
next
just
question
now
comes
on
from the world
AMA,
of 1980s
and I didn't see it
movies.
because I haven't seen the movie.
Your question is, who played vampire leader David in The Lost Boys?
The groan from the crowd.
yeah.
It is the first round, everybody.
Man, the crowd, everybody
5,
thinks that they
4.
can just be up there
Right.
and answer
3.
these
I
questions.
wish I had those questions.
Yeah.
2, 1.
I'm right here, Christian.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's pens down. Pens down, please.
Kiefer
And Drew
Sutherland.
McWeeny.
That would be Kiefer Sutherland.
Didn't have
Yes,
that.
it is.
Kiefer Sutherland.
6-6.
He's a great actor and even better at throwing himself into an Icelandic Christmas tree.
The next question
Ah.
is in the realm of horror/thriller.
That was for RB3.
What is the name of the murderer whose soul is bonded to a Chucky doll in Child's Play?
Do you believe
Yes.
that like a
Yes,
doll
yes.
could be
Oh my
possessed?
God.
'Cause I
Oh my
kind of
God.
do. Have you ever seen Old Ben
Never
dummies?
seen
Oh, I've seen it
this
happen in
movie.
my living room.
What?
5. It's scary. It just turns on for no reason. 4.
It's fun.
3.
Really?
2. We're garden tools. Pens down, please.
Charles Lee Ray.
And Mark Andreyko.
Charles Ray Evans.
No, and
I don't think I have it right either. Billy Ray Lee.
both combined. Charles Lee Ray.
Charles Lee
Oh,
Ray.
Jesus.
Lee
Yeah,
Ray.
and out the door, the perfect way goes.
Damn.
Okay, and no perfect
How-
rounds.
how to
Hey,
get
we
close
save
to
a
an
question,
answer.
but they each have one more question to go in round number 1. It's your last category, and it is a Patreon question. Thanks to all the
Charles Lee,
Movie
that would
Trivia
make sense.
Schmoedown Patreons. We support each and every one of you for your patronage. The following question comes to us via
Hey,
Jonathan.
Jonathan Beck
Thank
again.
you so much, Jonathan, for being such a loyal Schmoedown Patreon
I'll get it wrong.
contributor. And he wanted the category of Steven Spielberg films.
That's a good
The
category.
Hack That Made a Shark movie. Here's your question. Who plays the title character of the BFG in the movie The BFG? I really
sadly
like
most
that movie.
undeserved best supporting
I
Oscar
thought we
of
saw
all
it together.
time.
No,
Wait, I saw some.
Yeah, Academy
Did you
Award
leave
winner,
for- Did I
but
offend you?
Yeah.
no way, no way in hell.
Two.
Great, but
One. Pens down, please, and
Mark Rylance.
Drew McWeeny.
I am so offended I don't remember the gentleman's name.
Oh, boy.
I was gonna write he won an Oscar for Bridge of Spies.
Oh,
That's true. All right, I got 4. And you had a perfect round for it.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
He robbed that old boxer of a statue.
All right.
That's because you're a BFG, a big fucking geek.
All right, round 2.
No,
now
that's
starts.
me.
We are tied up. Marc Andreyko and Drew McWeeny are tied up at 6. Both played a tremendous first round, both missing the same questions. Attached to the hip right now, these two are. As we get to round number 2, Mark, how does that work?
The best of friends still, soon to be bitter enemies from heretofore. The wheel round is upon us. The wheel of fate, doom, justice, and a sponsored wheel today. I mentioned the movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Today's wheel is sponsored by none other than Kyle Gerbrandt. Thank you so much, Kyle. His slices today are Scorsese films and Stanley Kubrick films. He likes himself some directors. Now, that wheel is out there. It's got 10 different movie categories,
I like the
including
Kubrick category.
Kyle's 2 picks. Also, spinner's choice and what every competitor dreads, opponent's choice. Each one of y'all is going to get 1 spin at the wheel. If you don't like the category you spin, you do have 1 mulligan. You may spin again, at which point you have to answer 4 questions from said category. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is correct. If you get that one right, you get 1 point. Keep in mind, both competitors, stealing is available. In round number 2, will thievery ensue, Christian George?
Now, both have their JTE rules and both have their challenges.
Yes, they do.
Marc Andreyko does come in with a higher rank this tournament. So, Mark, would you like to go first or second? You're going to go first. Please spin from the wheel and not the peg, please.
He's going to go first.
Wheel,
spinning from the wheel.
Grab that wheel. He's lining it up. He's like he would line up a putt at the U.S. Open.
He's aiming for musicals. He's not looking. He's not looking.
Spinning it. He can't even look at it.
I mean, this wheel tortures people.
Yeah.
It tortures
The wheel
people.
gets into their heads like Charles
spin.
Lee Ray got into that Chucky doll.
Uh-oh. Going to go past it?
It's going to pass opponent's choice.
Look at this.
Don't worry about that.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Thrillers.
Would you like to take the famous 1983
I'm not mad
Michael
at
Jackson
that.
album?
No, Marc Andreyko was just a part of that. You're going to take it, which makes sense. Marc Andreyko just big part of that Patreon horror match.
Gonna take it.
Which is available now on Patreon if you want to see it. It was a fatal 5-way for the horror match.
Okay, here we go. 5-way makes sense in the world of horror.
All right,
I haven't seen it.
In the category of thriller, who plays Vincent Gray, who is the junkie that shoots Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense?
Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie Wahlberg.
For 2 points.
I know that.
We were looking for a
I'm
Donnie
impressed.
Wahlberg.
See, you
Question
know
2.
thrillers, though.
What is the name of the main antagonist of the Saw series?
Jigsaw.
No.
That's correct.
Yeah.
No.
Johnny Depp
Okay, I was thinking of
plays
John
a rare
Kramer.
book
but
dealer who, while seeking out the last 2 copies of a demon
The
text,
Ninth Gate.
correct.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
shit.
Wow.
Wow.
He didn't even let you finish the question.
All right. And your last question here. Who plays the villainous Ray Marcus, leader of the murderous Rednecks in Nocturnal Animals?
Michael Shannon.
Oh, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
For 2 points.
I was
Oh,
thinking
that's right. That's
Aaron
right.
Taylor Johnson, yeah.
Blazing through that like Sherman
And it's
blazed
over.
through
That-
Atlanta.
and that round is over. So now Drew McWeeny is up.
That
Drew,
was
Drew,
8
please
for
spin
8,
from the
like,
wheel, not the peg.
wow.
Here comes Drew McWeeny.
First spin for Drew
And
McWeeny.
here it goes, Christian. He's
That's
staring
interesting.
right at the wheel. Andreyko couldn't look at it. McWeeny staring daggers into it.
Staring at it because he.
Shut up, Sam.
McWeeny likes that wheel.
The luck that this guy has had so far with the wheel this year has been unbelievable.
He's got to be looking for. He's not going to get 80s.
Yeah.
He could get. Oh,
Famous actors and
famous
actresses.
actors and
Okay.
actresses.
Gonna keep
He'll take it.
Yeah,
And he
I'd take
merely
it.
shrugs. He merely shrugs. He doesn't fear any category in the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
All right, here you go.
Can't. You can't.
Here we go.
Famous actors and actresses. Drew, these are actors and actresses of some repute. Your first question. What is the first Wes Anderson film to feature Bill Murray?
Rushmore.
That's correct.
Give him 2 points. Give him 2 points. The crowd applauds. We move on to your next question. In the romantic adventure Robin and Marian, Sean Connery played Robin Hood. But who played the role of Lady Marian?
Audrey Hepburn.
2
Yeah.
more points for Drew McWeeny. All right, the warm Coke doing him wonders thus far. Your next question.
Oh, you meant the soda. Oh,
It's the
sorry.
secret.
What classic Hollywood actor's real name was Marion Morrison?
Shares a birthday with me. John Wayne.
That is correct. You are right, partner.
Nice.
That is not at all a John Wayne. That's more of a Bostonian. Apologies, we'll move on.
That's when he was in Good Will Hunting.
Yep.
So Marc Andreyko holding on to 2 points, but here's McWeeny's last question.
And them apples have given you this final question. Who voiced the title character in 2010's Marmaduke?
Ryan Reynolds.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Jack Black, B, Jim Carrey, C, Owen Wilson, or D,
You're
Mike
wrong.
Myers?
Oh, no.
I think it's C. Owen Wilson.
You think correctly.
Wow, 1 point lead here by Andreyko.
Oh,
How many
Jesus.
people turned down that
Wow,
role?
what a
got
round
Robin
two.
and Marion,
And
but I
that's
didn't
it. That's the game. Andreyko wins, right?
Andreyko wins. No.
Andreyko's done?
That is not the case. We are going to round 3 with these two, and what a match it's been so far. Marc Andreyko, Drew McWeeny,
McWeeny hits the 2,
14-13
Andreyko hits
as
the
we
2.
get into
McWeeny hits the 3,
the
Andreyko
third
hits the
round.
2.
All right, how's
It's
it
going to
work,
be
Mark?
like this.
Round number 3. I hope both you gentlemen enjoy round 3 because this is the last round you will ever play as friends.
Yeah.
You will each give us 3 numbers. Those numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number corresponds to a different category of movie trivia know-how up here at the answer desk. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next one, 3 points. Your last one, should we make it that far, 5-point question. Marc Andreyko, you find yourself not only the favorite, but also enjoying a 1-point cushion over Drew McWeeny. So you will be giving us your preferred numbers first.
1 for the 1-point lead, 5 for my 5 victories, and 3 for my 3 losses.
Nice. I like that.
What a numbers guy.
All right, Drew McWeeny.
Was 1
10
KO
for,
that he had.
10 for my first son's age, 13 for my second son's age, and 18 for my girlfriend's age.
Oh, he went.
I thought you were going to say your girlfriend's age.
Girlfriend's age, that would have been something.
If that was your girlfriend's age, I would let you win.
All right, so we're going to start here. Drew McWeeny will start here. He is down. He needs to hit his 2-pointer here. Drew McWeeny, you chose category number 10. Classics.
Not where I was leading.
Classics.
Okay.
All right, here you
Classics.
go. According to Humphrey Bogart at the end of Casablanca, what will he and Ingrid Bergman
We'll always have.
We'll always have Paris.
Right.
Paris.
Correct for 2 points. All right.
They're always going
I
to
knew
have
that
Paris, and now
quote.
Drew
I
McWeeny
just
has himself
blanked
a
on
lead, so
what-
we go over to Marc Andreyko. Marc Andreyko, you selected number 1 because you think you are the best. It's a
I'm not a mirror for you, Mr. Ellis.
And your question for 2 points and to regain the lead over warm Coke drinking Drew is, in The Greatest Showman, who plays Charity Barnum, the wife to P.T.?
Michelle Williams.
2
Give him
points.
2 points.
Back and forth. All right, so now we go back to Drew McWeeny with category number
Gets the 2.
13.
Andreyko gets
Action
the 2.
adventure. Action adventure. Okay, here you go. The Raid series takes place
Indonesia.
in which country?
Indonesia.
For 3 points.
All right.
McWeeny gets a 3.
3 points, 2-point lead, and now we go back to Marc Andreyko. Marc Andreyko,
Jesus
for
Christ.
your second question for 3 points, you selected the number 5, because that's how many golden rings you claim to own. And your question
I'm wearing
is,
all 5 of them. Figure it out.
in the world of horror,
I don't want to think
horror
about
movies,
that.
your question
actually.
is, what is the last name of the paranormal investigating couple
Warren.
in The Conjuring?
Oh,
5,
User
4,
Pete. User Pete. User Pete.
3, 2, 1.
repeat the question.
What is the last name of the paranormal investigating couple in The Conjuring?
5,
Yeah, I don't got it.
4,
Nothing. We were looking for the Warrens.
Oh!
Couldn't conjure the name of the Warrens, the people who put ghosts in houses in the first
So
place.
Marc Andreyko has to hit his 5-pointer here, or the Godfather will advance to the second round. Mark, what's he got?
He has selected number 3. Number 3 and the number of Mark Mosley corresponds to the category of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise movies. And your question is, for 5 points and a lead, at least for a time, who plays the intimidating Winston Cup champion Rowdy Burns in Days of Thunder?
Val Kilmer.
Michael Rooker?
He got got 5 points.
Oh.
And he's back on top.
Wow.
And Drew McWeeny can't help but smile.
That's a hell of a pull, man.
All right, Drew McWeeny here
Oh,
is now
Jesus.
forced to hit his
He needs
5.
to hit it.
If he hits the 5, he advances. If he misses it, Marc Andreyko advances. We are down to the final question here, Mark. It is from category number 18, and that is in the category of biopics.
Wow, okay.
Biopics.
Biopics.
Biopics. In Apollo 13, what was the flight surgeon concerned astronaut Ken Mattingly would come down with?
The
Dashing
measles.
his hopes of joining the mission.
A cold.
No.
And your
It's the
winner,
measles.
advancing to the next round, Marc the Android Andreyko. The answer was the measles.
By the way, this is the second time that McWeeny lost an Apollo 13 question. And the last time was against JTE last year.
And the separation between the measles and the android
Oh
will now
my
be
God.
playing either Ben Bateman or Clark Wolf. Marc Andreyko just beating McWeeny here, 21-18. What a battle it was.
Yeah.
That was a heavyweight championship fight. Marc Andreyko advances to the second round now. The question is, who does he want to see? Does he want to see Ben Bateman, who he's beaten before, or does he want to go head-to-head with his stablemate Clark Wolf? What an
Hey, our
interesting
backs are
match that
still
would be.
intact.
We're going to find out the answers to that question and more with Jen Sturger. Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Drew, the Godfather McWeeny. Drew, it says something when you score 18 points and still somehow lose.
You know, Mark and I were neck and neck, and it's the difference between 2 questions. Like, in a match like that, that makes all the difference in the world. So I really can't be upset. Like,
No. I
feel like if I got the Robin and Marion question, but I missed the Marmaduke question, I'm okay with that. I can live with that knowledge.
Yeah, I was going to say, fuck Marmaduke. I feel like we both share that sentiment right now. Oh, but, you know, ultimately it came down to round 3, and you just...
I have clearly got to see Apollo 13 again.
Yes.
It has been a while, and yes, that movie is next up on my playlist.
Not going to lie, I was on WebMD trying to figure out if I have the cold or measles.
That's definitely happening very, very soon now.
Oh, but... I mean, this has been such a crazy year for you. You know, you had such a great run in the teams tournament with Brienne, obviously beating the Patriots with Sam, holding the belts. I mean, what a year. Like, I know that this is the end of your season, but you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed about.
It's okay. It was all right. It's been an interesting season. I've definitely learned a lot this year.
Yeah. I think one of the highlights for me this season was just seeing the look of joy on your face.
Oh, yeah.
And just the shout that you gave out when you and Sam won the belts.
I appreciate that. And it really was my favorite moment so far in the Schmoedown, not because of the win, but because it felt like I finished something I started. And that is a big deal for me. So, you know, doing that with Sam was a great thing. But there's a lot that I just haven't done yet, so.
All right, well, like I said, this is the end of your season, but I really hope to see you back next season, and I really can't wait to see what's next for you.
We'll see.
Oh, wait, I do have something for you. Someone told me that you liked cannolis.
It's the one and only. Thank her for me. All right.
Thank her yourself.
All right, thanks, Brienne. All right, take care.
See you. And I'm back with Marc Andreyko and the 5 Club. All smiles. Yeah. Mark, you still look like you're in shock.
I really am. Like when I'm up against people like Ethan or Drew, who are so good, it wasn't false. Like, oh, I'm going to lose. I legitimately thought, as long as I don't lose by too many points, that's a win. And when Christian stretched out at the end, and your win, I was like a slow motion. And then he said me, and I was like, oh, he's just screwing with me. So I'm completely gobsmacked because, you know, in addition to Drew and I been friends for almost as long as I've been in LA, he's an amazing player and has a wealth of knowledge that he's probably forgotten more than I know. So this is even more shocking to me than Ethan.
Do you think coming into these matches with the mindset of just taking one question at a time and not getting ahead of yourself and believing your own hype has helped you?
Yeah, I think I've learned from watching great players, and I've learned the strategy, and I know that like when Snyder and I played Alonzo and Adichie, and I did the graphic novel question, I knew that wasn't going to change the outcome, but I learned from strategy, you get a challenge, it throws off the rhythm of the other team, and I thought the question wasn't written correctly, because technically I am correct. But I knew that was a strategy thing, and I wouldn't have known that even 6 months ago. So it's become trying to play the game. But with this, I just came in thinking I'm just going to have fun, and this felt like why I joined Schmoedown, because Drew and I both care about each other. We're both friends. We both respect each other, and by the time we got to round 3, we were 16-16 or 16-17. I was like, even if I miss all 3 questions, we got
14,
to a place I have nothing to be embarrassed about.
It's funny, before we went out, we were actually joking that Andreyko and Drew should just answer all of their questions wrong until the final round, the 2, the 3, and the 5, and ultimately, that is effectively what it boiled down to. Almost, I really thought you guys were going to go tied into that last round. And when Andreyko spun Thrillers, I was watching and I was like, he's going to keep that. He's going to keep that. And he totally nailed it. And it was still, even knowing how good he is in that category, it was still so exciting to watch.
Absolutely. I thought both of them were actually going to have a perfect round 1. I was like, has this happened before?
Every time Ellis says that, it guarantees no one will.
And the fact you, Ellis.
He's the typhoid Mary.
Well, and the fact that between the two of you, you had the Charles Lee Ray answer correct was just so funny.
Oh
It's great.
Absolutely. And then obviously, like you said, it came down to round 3.
Yeah.
And now I think looking ahead in the tournament, you have a rough path ahead of you. Like, as if facing a powerhouse like McWeeny wasn't bad enough for your first round. Next round, you're either going to face Ben Bateman, who you've faced multiple times.
And beaten.
Or you're going to have to face your stablemate, Clark.
Only once.
If I do have to face Clark, it's going to be a lot like this match. It's going to be 2 friends playing against each other in a fun, as affectionate as a competition can be. And if I win or she wins, it's a win for the Fife Club. It's a win. And if I play Ben, well, that's just practicing for who I'm going to beat the next round after him.
Wow. No hugs in that match. Oh, and speaking of Ben Bateman, obviously, Emma, you haven't been around lately, but there's been a little bit of smack talk. I don't know if you've heard with Tom Dagnino.
Tom Dagnino likes to just keep throwing my name out there, and I would like to point out that Tom Dagnino may think that he is a contender for Manager of the Year, but I would like to remind everybody that as soon as JTE and Snyder lost the team belts, Tom Dagnino abandoned them. I would never do that to my teammates here. All of a sudden, Tom Dagnino is representing Ben Bateman, and Ben Bateman's the little golden boy. Well, honestly, Ben Bateman as a heel kind of pales in comparison to his own usual teammate, Andrew Guy. That's just my opinion, but Tom Dagnino, stop. I don't care. It's over. We're going to beat you. Clark is going to beat Ben, and if she doesn't, then Andreyko is going to beat him. This is not hard. This is just science facts.
No.
Well, you have that there. I guess all that's left is here's some cannolis for you guys. Enjoy them.
I mean, we'll take them.
Good luck in the next round. I cannot wait to see what happens.
And once again, I do have to give one last shout out to Drew. He's an awesome competitor, and the only thing more impressive than how smart he is what a nice guy he is. So this is a really nice moment. I'm sad I beat him because he's my friend, but it's a real sort of ego boost in the best possible way. So thanks, Drew.
I mean, very interesting there. Drew McWeeny obviously very upset. That's the end of his season right now.
Tough run for a great competitor in this league.
In general, in this season, you look what he has done. I mean, him and Sam Levine are the only team to ever beat the Patriots twice. They did that. He won the championship. He had an okay run in the teams, and then unfortunately falling short here in the first round of the tournament, but he wants to come back. He's ready to come back.
He's going to be ready for a new. Maybe in the meantime, he goes and visits Sam at Del Boca Vista. I hear Sam is doing great at lawn bowling.
We will see. But you look at Marc Andreyko, who's still in a state of shock as he has won. Every time he thinks he's not going to win, he winds up doing it, and he pulled off a hell of a victory here. That first round was incredible. They both had great second rounds.
And what a test that is for a competitor
what
early
happens with the audio there?
to beat somebody like of the caliber of Drew McWeeny. Now, I don't think he's going to fear either opponent. He may not want to play certain people because he has alliances, but he ultimately, like you said, wants to get to the spectacular. Marc Andreyko does not fear anyone.
He doesn't. And he said as much in the interview there that he would be honored to play against Clark Wolf, who's part of the team champions. But he, of course, he doesn't want to do that, and he would love to get the opportunity to play Ben Bateman again and to beat Ben Bateman again. That's something that he wants to do. So it is nice to see Emma Fyfe and Rachel and Marc Andreyko back together again.
Getting the band back together.
Yeah, I mean, you see Emma Fyfe is a hell of a manager. This is another victory for her this year. Her and Tom Dagnino are back and forth on the Manager of the Year.
It's going to be a big award.
It's a big fight here, and they're both fighting, and she's got yet another person advancing.
Yeah,
this
can
is
we
a hell
have
of a year for
Fyfe
Emma
and
Fyfe as a manager.
Dagnino,
It's a hell
and
of a year
then
for Marc
not
Andreyko.
have
He's
Harry
a
Potter be a
4-1
category
overall
in the
this
wheel?
year, and it's a well-earned
Let's see
victory
how
for
we
Marc
do
Andreyko.
that.
It's a hell of a year for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. We mentioned it during the match. Check it out right now. If you haven't already, select which tier is right for you. Make sure you check out all the Carnage recap on the Schmoedown Rundown, and check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Of course, that's on Twitter.
And we'll see you for the next match, which is going to be the rookie sensation, the Cobra, Chance Ellington against Ethan Irwin. We'll see you next time.
Oh, boy and a half. There's a lot of video left. I was waiting for this.
Come in.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Hey, Commish!
Oh, here we go.
I'm great. How
Are
are
you
you?
great? I was going to tell you. As your friend, you seem a little stressed these days.
You know,
Yeah.
I am a little stressed, but it's okay. I'm getting through it.
Good.
I thank you for coming over.
Of course.
I just wanted to talk to you real quick because I've been feeling bad because you challenged me a while ago, very long time ago, and I kind of dismissed you in hand, and it's been weighing on me. I feel like I dismissed you a little too quickly. I felt threatened, and I apologize. So I've been thinking a lot about it. Been talking to my therapist. My bills have been very large. But the point of the matter is, I've decided that I think it would be in my best interest as a human and as a commissioner, and best for the league, if we just go ahead and compete, put the commissionership on the line, and you and I can compete, and whoever wins will be the commissioner next year.
This is unexpected.
Yeah. So
let me get it straight. Wait.
Yeah.
So you're saying me versus you at the Spectacular.
Correct.
Winner gets the commissionership. That's it.
Yes. End of story. Full stop.
That's it.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
Why?
I don't know.
You've been asking me this for months.
No, it seems a long time. I don't know. I'm having fun calling the matches. A lot less stress. Not enough. No more people yelling at me, really. No one knocking on my door and asking for stuff. And to be quite honest, it's really been fun to watch you sweat.
This is true.
Please.
Please. That word. What's that word really mean these days, right? Please.
Just do the damn match.
Say it again.
Please.
Can you sing it?
Please.
That's good. That's too much. All right, I'll let you up, dog. 1-on-1, but you got to make me a promise, though. No more Hawaiian shirts if I win ever again.
Fine.
Yes. All right, good. You got yourself a match. I'm gonna kick your face in. I'm gonna take it back, and the league will be back in order. So that was a stupid move. You dropped something on the floor.
God damn it.
Okay.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time for your Schmoedown break. Something fishy going on here.
Well, what are you gonna do? I don't know how to feel about that end scene, but all I know is my bracket is intact. Yay! What are you thinking of?
You know what I'm thinking. It's just so pardon the language here, folks, but there's a term that I've come across that I've started to use for my life when things are going all too perfectly well, but then there's just there's something that you know is going to go wrong, and when it finally shows up, it is called the fucking. Right now, we are getting set up for the fucking. It is coming, and it will come with a vengeance.
Oh,
and
boy.
and this match has something to do with it. But we'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there.
Holy crap.
That was a match.
I'll be honest. If and this is purely for selfish reasons, if it just came down to McWeeny, if it came down to McWeeny hit the 5, and then Draco hit the 5, or hit his 3, then I'm sorry. This would be for me match of the year.
Yeah, that would have been 24-23, where Andreyko ties the points record. So,
but this was still a damn good start to the tournament. Holy crap! And honestly, I see no reason why the rest of the matches in this tournament aren't going to be this caliber.
They should be. I mean, have you seen the competitors in this? Andreyko and McWeeny, we said, like, this could be a final, this could be a title match, but really, any of the competitors in this tournament earned their spot in this tournament. They earned the place where they are. They're pairing against whoever they're facing. So it just shows the caliber of players that they have in this tournament. And it's just awesome. And all I know is that I'm eating it up.
Same. I'm just shoving it in my face. I'm like, more please, more please.
More.
And my God, on Friday, all the expectations, all the hype, it's real. You have, the guy who everyone is still sort of saying is a strong contender for Rookie of the Year. And then you have, the hotshot sensation who's just some little fan from some little fan league. I'm just kidding.
Hey, respect the fan leagues.
Exactly. No chance, nothing but love, man. And that might be my favorite match of this tournament, no matter who wins that match.
True.
True. So I'm excited. This is an exciting time.
Based on this match, it just shows the level caliber players that there are in this tournament. I'm not even mad, not even remotely close to being mad about the fact that this is a 8-person bracket instead of 16. I mean, these 8 people are going to bring it in the next couple of weeks. These players are the best of the best players. Whoever wins this tournament will probably beat Roca for the belt. I've been saying that for a while now. No disrespect to Roca, he's a great player, but I think that we have the elite in this tournament, and it's awesome to see them just go head-to-head in these matches. And yes, Chance, as we've said before, we got your back, but don't fuck up, because we want you to win. I got you winning that match, so please do that. Don't bust my bracket. Anything else? Or
no, I think that about do it for me.
I think so too. So let's go. First, guys, please like the video, comment on anything you saw, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And Chris, where can people find you?
You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Skywalker Doman. You guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A channel. Please like our Facebook page, and stay tuned for our more episodes of our Star Wars Resistance recap show, Viva la Resistance, as well as our weekly live podcast, the Who Cares Anime podcast, which, yes, will be coming back.
We'll come back.
We just had to take I had to take a little break because new job, and just before Spectacular, I'm thinking about getting a guest. I'm thinking about getting a guest who wears a certain kind of hat.
Oh, teasing.
And you guys can follow my band Silver Nightfall on social media at Silver Nightfall.
Indeed, and you can find me this Friday in a #1 triple threat contender match for the Fandom Belt over at Multiplex Entertainment. I'm facing Dominic Rissy and Jen Kemp, 2 of the best players that I've probably faced. By the way, what I'm saying now is out of character. If you see the video, it'll be completely in character, and I'll be a dick about everything and saying bullshit and whatnot. But in the end, it's about knowledge. It's about who knows the most about fandom. And I think that I'm that. We'll see about that on Friday. So look out for that. And also, in a few weeks' time, you can see Chris and myself kick everyone's ass in the team final over at Multiplex Entertainment. Because, yes, we are in that fucking final, and we're going to win those belts.
And actually, there is one more thing I'm going to tease.
Yeah, okay.
There might be something coming out in a couple weeks where, over on Multiplex Entertainment, that you might not see coming.
No. Well, and you can follow me at Dutch Movie Guy on Twitter, Case Cornelius on Facebook. If you know how to spell that, you should have by now. And I think that's really it. So we'll see you on Friday for our live show and Saturday for our Schmoedown reaction. Take care.